Hi guys, hello from Ukraine. In this video I want to tell you about the life in territories of Ukraine that are occupied by Russia. So, as I told you before, I greedily traveled around southern and eastern Ukraine, and I want to share again this footage with you. Even though these videos you can find on my channel, I've published them earlier, but you can see the view of this part of the country, and I will tell you as we watch the view. I will tell you what it is like to be occupied, what life is like under occupied territories of Ukraine. There's a lot to see about Ukraine. Ukraine has got character, it's got survival skills, and it's beautiful. The beauty is breathtaking, it's amazing, and now I understand where Ukrainian poets and painters went and how they got inspired from these skies, from these lakes and greens. So when Russian forces come into a settlement like a village or town, they either pass it and they say that now it's occupied, it's Russian, or they actually, the troops are stationed there, and they ask people to make a sign that there are people living in the house, so that they would not come in and use it. But still, even for houses that have people living in there, the Russians come in to search them and to check their identity. In many cases, people are tortured, and just yesterday we heard news about a family, husband and wife, that was tortured and killed and burned. So also the houses that are uninhabited, Russian soldiers can stay there, and they leave a total mess there, total trash, and then they also just steal everything they can. Also, if people hide in the basement, thinking that it will be safe in the village, if people hide in the basement, there were stories that they were pulled out by hair, they were extracted from the basement, or they were just threatened to throw grenades. Hi. Today I want to talk to you about a city in southern eastern Ukraine called Melitopol. It's located river Molochna. In English it's translated as Milky River. It is about 70 kilometers from the Sea of Azov, and it's about 150 kilometers away from Crimea. And it's considered to be the gateway to Crimea because all the pathways, all the roads and train tracks are leading through Melitopol. Melitopol is second largest city in Zaporizhia region, and this is when the city became inhabited by peasants who were escaping maybe central western Ukraine, searching for better life, and also Cossacks and former warriors. So it was a small province of about 2,000 people until the abolishment of serfdom in the Russian Empire. One important event I want to talk to you about is World War II. The city was captured by the Nazis because of its strategic location in 1941. The Soviet Union did not expect it, so there was not much resistance. So what's happening on the territories that have been occupied since the beginning of the invasion? What's happening now? There is no food. The food that is there is very expensive. Only cash is accepted. People cannot withdraw cash from banks, from ATM machines. There are lines for days, for weeks to get cash. Initially there were public display of Ukrainians supporting being part of Ukraine, but at some point Russians would just open fire at them, so it's not safe. And also, since people do not have food, Russians would bring humanitarian aid, but in return they would take the passport, information from the passport, and then they are planning to do elections and instill their own government in that area. And basically, they will not. It will be quasi-elections. They will not, have people vote. They will just use these information from the passports that people gave to get food. They will use this information to have their election results. Also, when Russians come in to take a town or city, for example, Melitopol, they try to kidnap government officials, they try to kidnap the mayor. So in some cases, these officials, Ukrainian officials, side with Russians and help them. And in this case, they are, by Ukraine, they are criminals. Or they do not side with Russians. In this case, they are tortured. Sometimes we get them back, and in other cases, they are dead. Hi guys! Finally, I want to make this video about Berdyansk. It's a port city in Zaporizhia Oblast or region in the southeastern Ukraine. It's on the northern coast of the Sea of Azov, and some say that it's northern extension of the Black Sea. It's named after the river Berda, forming Berdyansk spit. Berdyansk is housed to a safari zoo, water park, museums, health resorts, and there are numerous waters and sport activities. Berdyansk was established by Zaporizhian and Azov Cossacks in 1673, and it was a small settlement. So Russia is interested in ports, Russia is interested in Odessa, and now because of war in Ukraine, we have problem with exporting. So some countries are not receiving their exports, so they are not receiving oil and food that they need. So this is a huge problem. Hi, in this video I want to tell you about a village that's very not far from Berdyansk, that it could be a very interesting vacation spot for you. But besides vacationing at the sea, it's very interesting to know about its history. Petrivka is one of the oldest settlements in Zaporizhia Oblast or Zaporizhia region. In 1829, Cossacks came from nearby territories and they formed Azov Cossack forces. In this village there was the headquarters, prison, and later church and school were opened.